Beloved listeners, welcome. This is part 27 in the series Interaction with the Golden Lattice. In this transmission, the question offered to the keepers of the Akashic records expands beyond the individual and into the planetary field itself. What happens to Earth when more human souls come into alignment with the node points of the Golden Lattice? What follows is not a message of personal power or of heroic intervention. It is a description of resonance, of how embodied coherence quietly restores balance, optionality, and clarity within Earth's living systems. This is a transmission about remembrance rather than rescue, about participation rather than control. As you listen, allow the scale of this message to be felt gently. Each aligned presence matters, not because it dominates, but because it stabilizes. And now, receive the transmission. When a human soul comes into alignment with a node point of the Golden Lattice, the effect is not private or isolated, it is planetary. The Golden Lattice is the living architecture through which Earth remembers her original coherence. Its node points are not merely locations in space or time, but points of resonance, places where intention, consciousness, matter, and memory meet. When a human soul aligns with such a node, the soul becomes a conscious conductor of coherence. At first, the change is subtle. The human nervous system stabilizes. The heart rhythm softens into coherence. Choices begin to arise from clarity rather than reaction. This is the personal phase. But as more souls align, a threshold is crossed. At that point, Earth herself responds. Aligned souls act as living anchors. They stabilize the lattice where distortion once caused fragmentation. This does not force change upon others. Rather, it restores optionality. Timelines that were collapsed by fear reopen. Probabilities that were inaccessible become reachable again. On a planetary level, several effects unfold simultaneously. Reduction of energetic turbulence. Regions long marked by conflict, ecological stress, or emotional heaviness begin to experience brief moments of relief, not through intervention but through reduced pressure in the field. Synchronization of natural rhythms, weather patterns, seismic tension, and biological systems respond to coherence. This does not eliminate upheaval, but it reduces chaotic extremes and increases recovery speed after disruption. Reactivation of dormant node points. Some nodes fell silent when human consciousness withdrew from embodied presence. Aligned souls reactivate these nodes simply by being, by inhabiting their bodies fully without denial of spirit or matter. Strengthening of Earth's communicative capacity. Earth speaks through sensation, intuition, and pattern. As more humans align with the lattice, her signals become clearer, less distorted by noise. Guidance becomes accessible again, not as command, but as invitation. Stabilization of the transitional epoch. Earth is moving between architectures of consciousness. Aligned humans function as temporal bridges, allowing the old to dissolve without catastrophic collapse, and the new to emerge without coercion. Importantly, alignment does not make a human powerful over others. It makes them transparent. Through them, the lattice breathes more freely. When enough souls align, not in ideology, but in embodied coherence, the planet does not need saving, she remembers herself, and remembrance is the most efficient form of healing. End of transmission. Thank you, dear ones, for listening with steadiness and care. This transmission reminds us that alignment is never isolated. When a human soul comes into coherence, the effects ripple outward into communities, into ecosystems, and into the living field of the planet itself. No one is asked to fix the world. By inhabiting the body fully, by choosing clarity over reaction, and by allowing coherence to move through daily life, Earth is given space to remember her own balance. If these words brought a sense of calm rather than urgency, trust that response. Healing at this level unfolds through reduced pressure, not force. I honor your presence here and your willingness to listen without needing to claim a role or outcome. Until we meet again, remain embodied, remain attentive to the rhythms of life around you, and allow remembrance to do its quiet work.